Touch with
Conor Mason. It's so good to see you again, man. Thanks for coming on the show with a total new thing, because we talked a lot about your band, Nothing But Thieves, but now you are on your own. How does it feel to be back with this?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bizarre, but it's a really nice feeling, and it's just, there's a lot of love in the band camp, and everyone's just supportive of each other and just wants everyone to be at their best and do their best. And I think this was, like, creating Man-Made Sunshine was just such a kind of integral part of growing as a human being for me. So yeah, I'm very pleased to do it, very, very chuffed.
This week, this new project, Man-Made Sunshine, is just announced, and the amount of reactions are already so good on this new song, Life's Gonna Kill You If You Let It. Did you expect this amount of reaction?
No, never. I mean, even with the band and stuff, like, I've always got imposter syndrome. I don't really, it's just bizarre. You just feel very much like, you know, you're the same person that you were growing up. And I think, especially this record, with this Man-Made Sunshine record, I just wrote most of it on my own in a room in the pandemic, and just tried to be as honest as absolutely possible, and just poured myself into it, not really thinking I was going to release it. If I'm totally honest, I just wanted to get it out of my system. I showed it to some friends, I showed it to some members of the band, and everyone encouraged me to do it. And then I was like, oh wow, this is a very personal strain of songs.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Like, I just want people to be more honest with their mental health and with who they are, because we just hide ourselves constantly. And I think for me, this project was so important to just be so honest all the time, even outside of the songs. I've just decided, like, I'm just going to just reveal the ugly truth all the time, just be direct and be honest about everything. I just think it's just the best way to live. It's freeing.
When was the first time you felt there is something wrong with my mental health? Was it during a tour? Was it during the pandemic because you were stuck at home, like everyone?
I mean, I've always struggled with it. Like, you know, even like some of the band material and stuff like that depicts it. But it's been something that's been in my life for, like, I guess the last 7 or 8 years. I think some people are like, I had a lot of stuff going on in my childhood, and then the band blew up, and I just kind of, it all just went crazy. And then I never really got a hold onto anything that I was dealing with, and then certain things happen in life, more and more things add to the pile, kind of like the trauma pile in a sense, and my health just was deteriorating, and I wasn't sure why. And then I got to the pandemic, and I just had a breakup, and I was like, I know there's so much buried, and like so much, like this big ball of darkness, and I was just like, if there's any time to do it, I have nothing but time to reflect in space right now. Pandemic hit, and I was like, this is it. Went straight into therapy, which is, I recommend, you know, to anyone and everyone. Yeah. But then just my own therapy was writing, was getting it all out, and it worked. It really did. It was like, it just released it from me and freed me from it. And then when I see it so objectively in front of me sometimes, like with a song or with written down, I can assess how to navigate around it. And I think that was really important for me. And yeah, like, I'm just really proud that I managed to get it all out, and proud that I could move with it. I don't think you ever move past it if you're someone who suffers with mental health, but I move with it and I live with it, and I learn to live, you know. And I think that's the most important message, and especially in this song. It's like, and I'm sure you're about to ask me what the song's about, but if you let it part in the brackets is super important for me, because it's like, I believe that, like, if you're someone that struggles, it is a daily battle. It's something you have to work on each day and take the little wins and take, you know, the small victories. And I just think it's a really important message. It's like, keep going at it every day.
Wow, it's so good that you share this story, because a lot of people are struggling it during the pandemic, but even after the pandemic, because you've been stuck at home. Now you need to meet a lot of people. You need to go everywhere. It's still hard for people to go anywhere. But for you to share this story, it's so good. This new song, I'll play it in a bit on KINK. But now you're on tour again. You did everything. You did the Ziggo Dome. You did Pinkpop. A lot of artists who are on tour now are just struggling with their mental health. Sam Fender is cancelling tours. Wetlag cancelled some tours. Arlo Parks did it. How was it for you to be back on tour this year?
I mean, like I said, I will be candidly honest always with this project. I think musicians, artists, the sensitive kinds struggle with the crazy lifestyle. And I think I realized that early on. It was like, I'm not really built to, as much as like, God, don't get me wrong, like enjoy the hell out of my job.
For sure, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing that keeps me going every single day. It's like, I love singing on the most basic level. I think our systems just being chucked around here, there and there, the lack of sleep which brings your mood down.
The lonely hotel rooms?
Yeah, it's just really, really hard. And like, I know like someone like Arlo Parks and Sam Fender are like super sweet, sensitive artists. And it's like, it just can bring you down. And it's really good that they're knowing their boundaries and being like, I can't do this anymore. But you're right, I've seen this a lot after the pandemic. It's like we all had 3 years off. And then it's like suddenly we're trying to catch up with all the festivals we missed and all this we missed. So we're piling it back on. Like our summer festival season, the whole band admit was like, we just tried to cram in as many as we could because we hadn't been there for 3 years. And then
that's it, yeah.
We all got to the end of it. It was like, whoa. And I just said to the boys, like, before we do anything else, whatever we do, I'm just going to not see you guys for like a week. I just don't want to be alone. And, you know, that's what's good about my band and stuff is like, everyone's just so kind and like, everyone just wants each other to be well. And I just think it's necessary for, if you're in a band or if you're a solo artist, like maybe it's different, you know, for Arlo Parks and Sam Fender, but like just having that communication of like, no, you know what, I can feel. And like I read Arlo Parks' statement of like she felt it brewing, and that same feeling. You feel like you just start getting bees inside of you, and it just gets to the point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. But yeah, no, I think it's really good that people have become self-aware of that. I think it's really cool.
I get a lot of messages now on our app, people saying it's so good that you guys are talking about this mental health topic because not only you, not only me, it looks like everyone is suffering with a thing nowadays.
Everyone. The thing is though, I think mental health can be such like a loaded word. It's like, obviously there's people that struggle with their mental health to a really damaging degree. And like I've been there and that's what this song's about. But when you look at mental health and physical health as like two separate beings, it's like you go for a run to tweak your physical health. What you do on your mental health daily, I believe, like I have mental health practices every day, like whether it's meditation, whether it's a walk, whether it's nature, whether it's whatever I find that helps me with my mental health. But if I don't tweak that every day, then it lacks. Like if I didn't go for a run or go to work out, it's the same thing. I think people forget that. It's just so important, you know.
Can we expect a tour now of this new music? Because touring is hard, but what can we expect of this music?
Like, you know, it's my job. Like, I'm still going to be touring my ass off with the band. So it's like, I'm never going to not be a touring musician. I feel like I'm giving it away with my face, but I'm working on some shows.
Finally, somewhere. We can. It's
going to happen. Like, I can't not. I just push myself and but it's going to be great.
This song is in the world and I hope you have a good year, you have a good album, maybe with this good EP, good music release with this. Conor, thanks for coming on the show tonight. I'm going to play this song and thanks for talking about this important topic with me.
Thanks, man. It's nice to see you.
See you soon, mate. See you.